All right.
Oh,
I think we are already there. I hope you didn't see much of my pants. Okay. So as I was saying, let me share. No, give me a second because I have it in another window and Meet does not understand Windows apparently. So here it is. Hello, Ceci. We cannot hear you.
Hello,
Hello.
ladies. How are you? How nice to see you, Maria Marta, Belén, Silvana, Marcela.
hello,
And there's
Ceci.
another Maria Belén, a clone.
Yes, I am cloned today.
Marcela, long time no see.
Yeah, because, well, we overlap with the history and culture sake. This is the reason
Yes.
why.
Last
Really?
month, yes.
Last
It's
month,
it's
so we couldn't.
complicated.
And then the previous one, I was on holiday. This is the reason
Ah,
why.
that's a good reason.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
definitely. All
Okay.
right.
And Maria Marta, sorry, I'm so happy to see you here finally.
Finally, yes.
Yes.
I was showing the girls. I have been trying to change a little bit the looks of the blog. Yes, it was. It had not been used for quite a long time, actually.
Wow.
The last post was from 2019. So I changed the looks a little bit, and I wrote a first update that is actually very short, just to give us an introduction to
Very
this
nice.
new year and these new posts and experiences. Um, Trying to sum up what was last year for us and what we are trying to do this year. Right, so this is it now. This is the blog. I'm going to share it in the WhatsApp group later, so everyone can go in there and we can share it with other people too. Um, but well, the idea was, as I mentioned, to start posting, to start
Mm.
uploading content there. Um, and what I think is nice about a blog is that we can do whatever we want there. We can use pictures, we can use videos, we can use text, we can combine things. Um, and it's not, this tight format you have in other social media like Instagram, that you have to have a picture or a video on top and then you can write some text below. You can overlap, you can change things, you can put things in different order. So it's all up to you, actually, what things look like. And we can explain something with a little bit of text and maybe show a video and maybe an infographic, or using something interactive using, I don't know, Genially or some other tools. So we can do whatever we want. We don't I mean, I thought about recording some things because I think it's the best way of showing how certain tools work. But
Mm.
if we don't feel comfortable recording ourselves, maybe we can show things in a different way. And I think it's going to work anyway. Yes, and that's the amazing thing about it.
Mhm.
So I started writing a sort of summary of what we talked about last month, about the different tools we use to replace, Jamboard, and to work on our online lessons, like Google Slides, like the presentations, the boards you have in Zoom. I wrote a short paragraph about what Ceci mentioned of her tablet and everything. And I think I need some things to show this, which I can record most of them. I was going to ask you, Ceci, if you can make a short
Absolutely.
something to
Whatever.
show how you work with your tablet, which is
Yes.
amazing, and I cannot do because I don't have one.
Hmm.
Um, but other than that, maybe I can manage that if no one else wants
I
to do it.
we can all work together. Of course, the people, we all have things to do, but so do you. So
Yes, of course.
we
But
have to make a list of the things, and I think we shouldn't worry so much. Say, okay, we have one, we have two, we share those two.
that's
No,
right.
well, the moment we have a third one, a third article, we post it. Of course, I will.
Well,
Um,
I started thinking about that, and I wanted to do this thing of AI. So I wrote two paragraphs about. Remember the tools that I showed you, Twee, and I have another one that I wanted to show you.
mhm,
But then there were others we mentioned, and I wanted you, as you mentioned them, I wanted you to maybe write something or show something in some way. I insist, maybe it's not a video, maybe it's some photos and a short paragraph or showing it some other way so that we can start sharing these tools and these things. We can do it in different posts.
mhm.
Yes,
Yes,
I
yes.
was thinking about making a kind of tutorial how to
Yeah,
use the app in this case about images and perhaps using screenshots, and then I prepare like a
yes.
presentation or maybe in a video. So
Yes. Um, we can also create maybe a presentation like I did with Canva. You saw the one about last month's meeting.
Mhm,
Um, the advantage of Canva in this case is that you can create it there in the app, and then we can embed it in the blog, so
all right.
people can go through the slides. So you can create like a tutorial using Canva slides.
Okay.
easily.
It's interactive.
Mhm.
Can
Do
I
you?
ask you? Can I ask you? You mentioned an app. Was it Tui? Tui?
Tree.
How do you
Oh,
spell that?
Give me a second. I'm going to write it.
it's so good because you can create all sorts of activities, Maria Marta.
Uh huh. Okay.
We saw it. When was it? Well, some months ago. I don't remember now.
Yes,
The
it was in the June
Okay,
meeting. I
in the
remember
Zoom
because
meet.
I was there.
Yes, Marcela has a memory. It was in the June meeting at 9:75.
No, I have a very good no, I have a very good memory, but I remember this because this is the last one that I was. So this is
Okay.
the reason why and apart from that, a class, a work colleague told me about it, and I have used it, not much. I haven't had time to look into it, but
It's
as
cool.
far as I explored it, it's really nice.
Yeah, it saves lots of time. That's what.
Yes, definitely. Well, for today, I have to finish a test that I will be giving my students on Monday, and I just waited for this meeting to see, well, what tool can I get in order to do the test easier. But well, we'll see.
Well, I think Twee, for example, is quite useful. I work in the province of Buenos Aires, and we are dealing with all this thing of they don't sit for pending subjects, with exams any longer. You have to do all this process with them. So I have to create a lot of new material to deal with what we have been working on again, but in a different way, with a different approach. So I have used it a lot lately because I have a group of sixth year students that work a little bit with English for work. We use some things related to business English, but more related to work. Yes, to vocabulary related to work. And of course, I cannot use again the same texts or the same things, but I need to use the vocabulary again. So I made a list of important vocabulary and I uploaded it to Twee, and it created a new text. It created some questions, some activities. So shall I share it a little bit so Maria Marta can see it? Would you like me to?
Please, please.
Let's see. So this is, well, as you can see, I have 100,000 accounts. So you have to log in with an account. I use my Google account for this, and this tool uses AI to create text and to create activities from text or from listening
Mhm.
files, videos on the internet, stuff like that. As we are using the free version, there are some tools we don't have availability, but most of it works just fine. I'm going to show you. Yes, you see, I created this one for my students about the advantages of a full-time job, and I gave them all the vocabulary that I needed. Yes, this is the vocabulary that they had been working on some units from this business English booklet, let's say. I created it in a quite simple level. As you can see, I gave it an A2 because, well, this is a state-run school. Most of the students who are using this material are failing. So they need it to be as simple as possible, uh, but meaningful. So it created a text. Then on the text, I chose some kinds of activities. You see, you have the options here of what kind of
Mhm.
activities to create. So I created some to see what results I got. I have one to match words and definitions, so they see the words in context, and then they can match
Mm.
the words, the important words, with the definitions. I created one about with true or false sentences related to the text. You see, I copied the text again here, so it would use the text to create these sentences. So I have the sentences and then the correct answers. I created some open questions. Then I chose, yes, the ones that I like the most. Again, on the text, and I have the questions, and it creates automatically the answers, so you can correct faster. Um, I tried A, B, C, D questions, yes, questions with options to see what it gave me. Also, it creates the questions with the options and the correct answers. Um, I asked for some leading activities to, plan my class with this. So it presented some options of activities we could do. So I think it's quite amazing because it creates different options for you according to what you need. You can start from a list of vocabulary, or you can start from a text, and you can create a text based on the vocabulary. You can adapt a text to the level of your students. Um,
And can you copy text and paste it somewhere else if you need it, or it just stays there in
well, the full version lets you extract it in a nicer way, let's say. But in this free version, you can copy it and paste it in a file. The thing is that the format is very plain, so you have to give it format later on
okay.
in order to
Mm-hmm.
for it to look nice, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Because You see, I select it and I right click and copy, and then I paste it in Word or whatever it is that you are using, Google Docs. And then you can change the size and the font and everything, but you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
If we had the paid version, I know you can extract this, and it does it in a nicer way, let's say.
Okay. Hmm.
But well, um, I think this works pretty well without paying. And to be honest, I don't have much money right now to pay for the full version, and I can manage with this. I mean, I can copy it and change the format to whatever I need,
Hmm.
and I prefer to do it my way. And my students, I create it in a format that my students are familiar with, so
Mm.
I don't need the app to do that for me.
The issue is that what I notice in general when you ask AIs about comprehension questions, they are so plain.
Yes.
They are not tricky. You have to, I mean, Peter went to the cinema with his sister. He went to the cinema, to the park, to the police station. I mean, so obvious. So it's like you have to give them a twist, no? He had,
Yeah.
uh,
What I notice about this is that generally what they create is this kind of questions that allow you to check the students have read the text.
yes,
Asking for
only that.
specific information that is in the text, and so they can extract it from the text. So you can make sure they read the text. But then, if you want them to think about it, to analyze, then you have to create the questions yourself.
Yes, yes,
AI, at least these kind of AIs we have available, cannot create yet that kind of questions. Those kind of questions that challenge the students. But these saves a lot of time. That's the thing, because I I created a new text in 20 seconds to work on the list of vocabulary I needed. I
yes.
created some questions, yes, some reading checking questions, let's say, and some vocabulary activities in seconds. And then
You
all I have to
refrain.
do is give it the format and think about the challenging questions. But all I have to think about, all the I need to put all my attention in that and not in creating everything. So it
Mhm.
saves a lot of time and energy. uh, I believe that's the point in this kind of tools, let's say.
Yes,
Yeah, the only risk you run is that when the questions are so obvious, the options are so obvious, the students may have to read the text, but not necessarily may have to understand it.
Mm,
That's a
that's right. But that is, again,
mm,
the thing is, well, these questions make them read.
yeah,
That's it. But then, if we want to check their understanding, we have to think about the challenging questions.
yeah.
But well, at least,
Which is challenging as well for us.
of course,
yes.
at
It's a
least with
Time
this,
consuming. Yeah,
we can save time in other aspects, because again, if I have to write a new text and check it, or ask someone else to read it and check if the level is
no.
okay for my
forget it.
student, I would be days creating just a new
Mm,
text in order to be able to use the same list of vocabulary, because if not, I need to use a new list of vocabulary. And the objective at this time, is, I mean, with the material I am creating, is that they work again with the vocabulary we worked on during our lessons, so they can make up for what they have failed. So I don't have to, or I don't want to add more vocabulary to the list, because it's not the objective in this specific moment. So well,
Exactly.
um, if this was creating new material for a new lesson, then I can choose another text. I can think of something different, or I can work on a different way. But I think this is very good when we have to create new material to see the same things again. This has helped me a lot. So well, so this was three. Then the other one that I wanted to show you, which I don't know if it's so great for us, because I don't know if we would use everything on it, is a Chrome extension, but I don't know if I'll be able to share it here because I haven't got it in this
Count.
account. Yeah, there. Okay, here. Yeah, you can see it there, right?
Ah, what is that?
Brisk teaching.
So I came across this one on Instagram, to be honest. uh I have been trying the full version because I uploaded it. I mean, I installed it in my other account. As you can see, that the little cat is is the account I use with my state students, my state school students, and um, I did. They have a small, a short, very short course to teach you how to use it, and when you finish it, they give you the full version for a month, more or less, so you can test it. And then, if not, you can use just the free version or pay for it. Um, the most interesting part for me about this extension is that it can create presentations from anything. I mean, you go to a YouTube video, and if it's the same way that with Twee, if the audio is recognized correctly, it can create a presentation from the video. You can go to a website with the text, and it creates a presentation about a text or about an article or about whatever you want. So I thought that was the most interesting thing for us, because it has a lot of things. They are actually, I don't know how many apps, AI apps, but they are lots of them. Um, yeah, but here, well, I don't know why it's opening it in Spanish now because I didn't write Spanish, but well, you see that there are more than 30 tools. There is one to give feedback to students, to change reading levels, to inspect writing, to, I don't know, there is everything. Uh,
Ah,
But
generate
this is
comment feedback generator.
yes.
Wow.
but this is the you have to use it with Chrome. If you don't have
Yes,
Chrome,
it's a Chrome extension, so you have to use
Uh-huh.
it with Chrome
I
on the
haven't.
computer.
Yes, I reset my computer a few months ago, and I haven't downloaded Chrome because I think it is too heavy.
Yes, it is.
And my
Um,
computer is now working so well that I don't know what to do. Yeah,
what
definitely.
what internet browser are you using
I
then?
am using the one that comes with Google. I don't remember the name.
The one from
Edge.
Windows? Edge.
Edge.
Well, Edge is working very well
It
nowadays
is.
with
This
it.
is the reason why I haven't downloaded Chrome. But with all these extensions, I cannot. I mean, if they don't have anything for, because Chrome was too heavy.
Chrome uses a lot of resources from the computer, which, if you have a nice computer like Ceci does, like I have now, everything is fine. But if you have an older computer, or maybe a computer that is not so old but it's smaller, let's
Uh,
say, um, then it's very hard, because it uses all the resources available.
I have the thing is that I bought some RAM memory, let's say, but again, because now I have I think I have 8 megabytes, but again it's, I don't know, my computer is not old. The thing is that when I bought it, I didn't realize that the it wasn't the fastest. I mean, not the fastest, but it wasn't even average.
Does it have disco sólido?
Yes, it does.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
in any case, it is the same. I
the
don't know why.
the thing is that the speed of the computer has to do with the processor, the
Yes, the
RAM memory,
memory,
the hard disk, how
everything.
much space you have left in your hard drive. It's a combination of things, and then of course the configuration of a lot of stuff.
Yes,
But nowadays they are saying that 8 gigabytes of RAM is the minimum you have to
yes,
have in order to, be able to do anything, especially on the internet. That is why older computers are not so good any longer. I have, for example, I still have somewhere over here, over there, my old Conectar Igualdad computer,
yes,
and I adore her. But it it came with 1 gigabyte of RAM, and I uploaded it to two, but that's the maximum. So
okay,
nowadays, it's a word processor. I can write text on an Office app, but I cannot go on the internet with it
no,
because it's so slow that uh, you cannot watch a video on YouTube. It takes ages to get on any website. It's impossible. It doesn't have enough RAM memory. It cannot operate. The same happened with my old laptop. It was lovely, but it has 4 gigabytes of RAM, and that's the maximum it can get, and it's not good any longer.
yeah,
So
well,
it's a pity, but it's how technology has evolved. And Google Chrome uses
a
lots
lot of
of those
resources.
resources, while other browsers use quite less. The problem is that for those of us who work with, the Google suites like this, you can
You
use
need,
all the resources available if you are on Chrome. When you are
yes,
on other browsers, you are always missing something.
yes, I
So,
realize that.
so I have to have it. I cannot choose not to have it. But for example, in my computer, I have Chrome and I have Opera. And
Yes,
Opera uses very little resources. So
yes,
depending on what I am doing, I go to Opera.
okay. Well, I will try
Opera is
to,
quite good for older computers, for example.
okay, yeah, well, well, I will try to, I mean, I will try to download it and see how it works. But yeah,
But
I still feel that I need it, but
the
well,
thing is that there are so many things that work with Google nowadays um,
don't work with other browsers.
that they don't work with other browsers. All these extensions, I mean, all the other browsers have extensions, but not as many, not as useful. So you miss on a lot of things.
Yes,
But well, as I was saying, there are lots of things here. As you can see, it can create lesson plans, it can create rubrics, it can create presentations, quizzes, resources, etc., etc., etc. It's a very long list of etceteras. The thing is that this is based on the American curriculum, so it's not that easy for us to adapt some of these things. But for example, the presentation maker I think is useful for us anyway. Let me see. Let's think about, I don't know. Let's suppose I'm working on the solar system with my students. So I look up an article about the solar system. Okay, facts about the solar system. So I want to use the extension. Yes, I have, you cannot see it because I'm not recording every part of the screen, I think. Okay. Yes, you see that on top I have the small icon. So when I press it, the bigger one shows up down here. Well, it logged out. So you see I can create a presentation in English about this website. Let's say university, I don't know. I want 8 slides. If I want it with pictures, I have to have the full version. If not, the free version is only text, but you can add pictures later on. It will ask you for permission every time, or most of the times, but that is not really a problem. I prefer it that way. And now you can see it work. You see it's creating the presentation according to the information that was on the website.
But you have images there.
Yes, because right now I have the full version because
Ah,
I
okay.
did this short course and they gave me
Ah,
uh,
okay.
like a month of the full version.
Okay.
You see?
And you said that the same can be made by using a YouTube video.
Yes, it doesn't work with all of them,
Uh-huh.
but because I think it, I'm not sure if it depends on if the author of the video has uploaded a transcription or how it works on that case. But sometimes they cannot get all the information, or they cannot process the audio from the videos. But it is supposed to do it from a YouTube video, and it should do it correctly.
Because you can get the script from videos. You
Yes.
don't need to upload it. I think YouTube does it automatically.
Yeah, well, the thing is that some people upload the script, so
Makes it easier.
it
Mm.
can be used for the subtitles, and some other people just lets YouTube do it automatically, and that is an AI also. But that is the one that sometimes makes mistakes.
Right, it's fault. Yes.
You see that sometimes it says things that make no sense on, or if people have a very strong accent, it makes a lot of mistakes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
I follow I follow a British couple that is renovating a Victorian house. Nothing else, nothing to do with nothing. But he has a very strong accent, and they don't upload, the scripts to YouTube. So whenever I try to watch the videos and I cannot understand him because maybe he's speaking far away from the camera or something, oh, the subtitles are a mess. You cannot understand him in any way, because the AI cannot understand him either. He has this very strong accent, and the
Mhm.
AI cannot deal with him. So sometimes they are no good. But when the script is there, or when the people speak clearly and YouTube manages to get it right, then yes, it works perfectly. But that is one of the problems with videos. I think if it's not all the information is not there, it won't manage to do it correctly anyway. This won't happen with text. As you can see, it created a beautiful presentation. Then you can create quizzes related to the presentation, lists of vocabulary, a lesson around the presentation, whatever you want to do, even translate it. Um, and it creates everything. And I haven't tried the part about giving feedback, but I have seen videos of it, and I have seen other teachers. They have a Facebook group, so teachers sharing their experiences, and they are quite happy about it. uh,
Mhm.
but I think that is more aimed to, native speakers, and I don't
Mm,
know how well it could work for us.
okay.
But maybe we should try it. Those who have, higher level students who are writing, who are
Mm,
maybe preparing for international exams or stuff like that. I have a few students of those, but we are not in the writing part yet. They have just started their B2, and I am focusing on pronunciation, on speaking, on them being a little bit more fluent before I go to the writing part. So, so I haven't got there yet. But well, I hope this is useful for any of us.
It's cool, really cool. There is another app that makes presentations, and you can have 5 presentations for free, just presentations, and it's called Gamma.ai. I don't know if you know
yeah.
it. Have it? Yes, you've used it.
Well,
No,
I asked you, and you asked the group, and they
And I
told
told you that that was Gamma.
me, and it was amazing because in just a few minutes from a text, from a word text, I got a presentation. I didn't do it; my assistant did it,
Ah,
and,
okay.
it showed pictures, and the participants were there were many Africans in the Black African origin people, and I told her, but this is not my audience. So she managed to find how to change the pictures into more Argentinian like people.
all
Yes.
right.
And that worked. So I had a, it was a PDF, but you can turn it into PowerPoint and
Hmm.
download it and edit it.
Yes.
It's
Great.
brilliant. Brilliant.
Brilliant. It's Gamma. I will write the
Double
Gamma.
M.
Please,
uh,
Ceci. Thank you.
yes.
But I'm really after working with videos, getting the texts from videos, which Zoom does. If you have I don't know if if Google Meet does, but Zoom is offering this service with AI of transcribing meetings that you have on Zoom and
Ah,
then make presentations out of it.
oh,
Um,
But I
But
haven't
it's
managed
not
to do
good.
it yet.
I noticed that it doesn't do good transcriptions and good AI processing. It's
Mm,
very repetitive. It's faulty.
mm,
Uh, I've asked for summaries of some of my talks or meetings, and I'm not quite satisfied yet.
uh-huh.
But I suppose it's. But it can change overnight. We know.
Yeah, of
I
course.
don't know how that is working on Meet. I know you can activate subtitles, so I guess if they don't have a tool like that yet, they might have it anytime soon. But I have never tried the subtitles to see how accurate they are. I know you have the option. I have it here to to activate subtitles.
I have activated them, and they are quite good.
Oh, great.
Ah,
Well, if you have a clear voice, as you have, Belen,
Well,
uh,
good.
it is working quite fine.
Right now, are
Yeah,
you
right now
now? And how do you do it? Can we all do it?
there is a CC,
Yes. Closed
uh,
caption.
That's
yeah,
right.
on the screen,
So you
and you
click
activate
there
it there.
and it activates it.
Yeah,
yes, I cannot find it.
No,
uh,
I cannot
I
find it either.
I will. Let me see. Let me see if I can present. Where is it? Selected tab.
Where you have the microphone and then the
Yes, there.
Yes, I have the microphone, the camera, and then the
and then
Ah, okay.
uh,
Next to the camera.
yes.
Right.
Yes, there. Over
Yes.
there. I don't know if
I,
it's.
I don't have a CC there. I just have a happy face.
You don't have it.
Between the happy face and the camera, isn't there a CC?
Can you see
No,
it? It
Ah,
is
that's
already
Yes.
weird.
there.
no, I don't have it.
Ah,
That's
It
Okay,
weird.
knows
but
I use Zoom.
we can
okay.
see how it is creating
Yes,
the
it is. The moment we are speaking, it is.
subtitle. And the interesting thing is
Yes, I
that,
have it
that it
in the
tells you
three.
with the
I
faces
have it
and
in the
everything.
three dots in the configuration dots.
Oh,
Okay.
but it's nice.
Have you?
I like it.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yes, it's good.
I don't know if you can retrieve it after the meeting has finished. Because
Ah,
it
I
would
don't.
be, this is what I would like
I
to have
have no
to work
idea.
on meetings, to work on summaries, abstracts on meetings,
I have no idea.
which is what I want to do with the Zoom.
Let me see. Well, I have no options here in the configuration, but probably that has to do with the fact that we cannot record and all that stuff. Maybe with the more expensive versions you can, because
I
you know
have. I
the
will. I
problem
will.
with the problem with Meet is that there are different pay levels, let's
Yes,
say, and you have different options according to how much you or
you
your
pay.
organization pays. So in
I
this
used to.
case, this is the simple one. It's the one that never cuts, so you can have an eternal meeting, but that is all we can do.
Mhm.
Well, I have with my school account from the city of Buenos Aires. I used to have those meet without restrictions, but now I think it has, and I don't know. I will check later with my BOE account if I can get the I mean the captions, but um, you need to have a BOE account that is from the state from the city of Buenos Aires.
Yes, well, in I have the ABC account from
Okay.
Provincia,
Ah,
and it's similar, or it
okay.
used to be similar for. I haven't used it in a while for Meet, but we used to have meetings, at schools when we have the virtual meetings, we used to have them like this, and it was more or less the same. The thing is that it restricts this thing of
At the beginning we
everything.
had yes, at the beginning we had everything and it was so good, but nowadays
But the thing is that Google at the beginning gave everything to everyone,
yes.
to all
For free.
accounts, and then they started creating these different subscriptions. So in the end, these government accounts became the simplest of the accounts, and I think most private schools have the ones that are more complete or more complex. I work in a private school, and they have like the full version, but we are not using it much nowadays.
Mhm.
So I want to ask you a question. If you wanted to get the script from a video to make a presentation, would you use TWE or Brisk teaching?
I think Brisk works better,
Okay, I'll try that. Mhm.
especially because it's as it is part of the browser. It's like embedded there, and it works better with the website. We tried. I think Ceci didn't we try with you to do something with tree and a video here that didn't work very well.
Mm. Yes, I think it was all. Yes, it didn't know. It didn't accept the YouTube video. We couldn't. I don't know why. And we tried with many, and it didn't work. So I don't know. Maybe Vimeo. I think Vimeo worked.
Ah, okay.
Vimeo. Just check it out.
Vimeo worked with TWE, you think?
Yes.
I'll try that. Okay.
Yes. At least the videos we.
You
There
try.
aren't many options in Vimeo. Vimeo has just 5 videos in the whole internet.
Yeah, well, but
I have an account on Vimeo, that's why, with video.
Yes. Okay. Well, great.
that's the thing. If you have uploaded content, or if you are planning to upload content somewhere, maybe you can try the combination that works better together.
Right. Exactly.
That's why.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was Brisk. That's what I wanted to show you. I don't know if we have anything else.
Well, Cecilia, you wanted to show Gamma. Are you
Eh,
going?
I
Ah,
I
yes, please.
I haven't. I did a course. I haven't actually done any testings, but I can try. What I know, I will. Sorry, I will go. Okay. Maybe somebody, while I open, somebody can do something else.
I took a course on chat GPT,
Mm-hmm.
and perhaps you have already dealt with it a long time ago. I don't know. And I still have to I mean, it was a 4 day long course, like 3 hours every day. It
Okay.
was very intensive, and I need to review all the videos on the course, because it's like so much information that you start forgetting things. But I can share the basics. Do you know the basics on how to give prompts to chat GPT? Do you know that?
So
I
so.
think I know, but we never know whether we know the full answer.
Okay,
It'd
so
be
this
nice.
teacher, who was a Mexican, gave us the acronym RAFA, because Rafa is his son's name, for us to remember how to give prompts to the chat. And the R stands for role. So you tell the chat GTP, I act as a lawyer. I did that this week as a lawyer expert in rentals
Okay.
for furnished apartments for tourists,
Okay.
based in Buenos Aires. That was the role I gave the chat. Then the A, so that's R. Then the A starts for action. So I wrote, um, compose a rental contract, for a furnished apartment in Buenos Aires, a temporary furnished apartment in Buenos Aires. Then, and you can ask other things like make it very legally, look, sound extremely legal and formal. Or you can say, well, that could be the next one, which is format. In format, you can think of the way you want it, very formal, or it could be a text that you are going to describe orally through a conversation, a telephone conversation. So you're going to talk about that contract. So you can ask for that. You can say, okay, use bullets for the different points, or you can say, I'm going to show this in a chat in WhatsApp. I want drawings, icons, little icons. So you can ask for the format. And the last A is something like antecedents, but it could be a different word like background. But background didn't work with Rafa, and he wanted to make it fit in the name Rafa, so he called it antecedents. And here you write everything else that comes to you. Like, for example, in this case, I wrote, this is a contract for people who have already been living in the apartment and are going to extend their stay. Um, so I haven't done any listing of objects, and I want that listing to prepare that listing included in the contract, blah 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 blah. So you write everything else you want and you send it. And I got a beautiful contract. And then I forgot a point, and I added, well, add a point on, and I don't remember what it was, and it added it beautifully. Oh, yes, that the present contract acted as a receipt, for example.
Okay.
Um, so that Rafa gives you things. And if it mentions some, you can ask, for example, in the A for action, you can ask, include articles from the Código Civil, so that, and give, well, yes, articles from the Código Civil that are used, and you can include the articles in the Código Civil. You can also ask, sometimes you ask for information to the chat GTP, and it brings information that is borrowed from the internet and is fake. So you can ask also, justify the resources you got this from, and use only real resources.
Good. That's
So it
important.
sends you, it sends you links for
Good.
you to go.
Remember that when we talked about this, I think, well, Marce, you were there because we talked about perplexity. We talked when we talked about generative AIs. That is one of the aspects we mentioned. This thing of people receiving results that were not real or that were wrong. And that's why we liked perplexity, because it cites all its sources on top.
Mm.
But if this prompting the chat GPT to give you all the sources actually works, it's a good thing to know too.
Well, according to this teacher, all the apps around the world were created from Chat GTP.
Yes.
Somebody, because you can create your own GPT,
Hmm.
which is an assistant. And if you train, because ChatGPT gives you the tools for you to train that GTP, you can create your own perplexity or your own gamma, or your, it's like this is the source of all the apps that are around.
Right.
but somebody use their brains to polish it and make it more effective.
Yes, that's
So
right.
what is interesting about ChatGTP is that if you use, for example, if I have to work on a new contract, for example, I have to go back to the same conversation, or I can create a GTP that is my contract maker. Suppose I make a lot of these contracts. Well, I can create my own tool that is a contract maker, and will use the language I use. I think this is great for example, I'm planning to make one for students feedback,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because I usually use the same language for feedback giving. So if I could use the same conversation, but if I want to be more accurate, I can create a GPT, and I train it with the language I use.
That's
So
right.
when I use it to give feedback, it's going to use my language, and it's not going to think it is a robot talking,
Mm.
because I feed it with my English.
That's right.
It uses my English.
That's
Marce,
so good.
you have to
Yes,
unmute.
how interesting. I didn't know that. Well, I've been told that you can. I was going to write the instructions, but I have to change my the language of my keyboard. If you write, for example, I am a teacher of English teaching in the city of Buenos Aires. I need a text. Uh, I need a text to work with sixth graders or seventh grader or first year students, level A1. Give me a 50-word text which talks about I'm there, and it gives you, but you should give, I mean, as you said, Maria Marta, you have to give it the context and the situation in which you are teaching. This is what I was told in the training session that I had in February here in the city of Buenos Aires.
Yeah, for example, I would add something like, okay, this is to teach English to fourth graders whose mother tongue is Spanish.
Yes,
Level of
definitely.
English is, I don't know,
Yes, A1 minus.
whatever, right? And then
That's
it's
right.
going to adapt the language to that.
Yes,
I think what is interesting, I wrote down this acronym you gave us because what I think is interesting about it is that it helps us remember everything. Yes, not to
yes,
forget any detail. Because I knew you had to give a lot of detail, yes, in order to get exactly what you're looking for. But sometimes it's easier to remember all the information this way, that if you have to just reread your prompt and think about it, am I not forgetting anything? So this
yes.
Right.
helps a lot.
I'll try to share something now. Can you see my screen?
No.
Not yet.
Is my chat?
I'm looking for a document. Now we are in ChatGPT, but then I'm ready. I'm almost ready.
Can you see
Okay.
my screen now?
No.
No.
Why not? I wonder. Maybe. Okay. Now I think you will.
Okay.
There
Yes.
we are.
Can you now? Okay. So let's see if I can I make it bigger. Can I make it bigger? Because I cannot read myself. Do you know if I can make it any bigger? Is there a way I can make it big? I never use Meet, that's why.
um
Scroll and zoom, yes. Scrolling down.
yeah, but you can go directly to the website and work from there, and we will see everything you do.
Exactly.
And you
Yes.
That you are doing. Yes.
Now it didn't happen before, that's why.
Yes, now we can see it. We can see what.
The whole screen, you can see
Yes.
my chat GPT. Yes.
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 Okay. So here, this is the where you type the Rafa. And I'm going to show you how you have to do it. He suggests um, typing like this. Roll. And then if you I don't know if you know that you have to do Shift Enter, because if you
Ah,
don't press Shift Enter, it already sends it to.
exactly.
So roll, then what's the next one? I said action, action, Shift Enter. What was it? Formats, and finally Shift Enter, antecedents. Antecedents. Okay, so you do this like this, in this way, it trains the generative aspect of the chat GTP. So every time you write role, action, format, antecedents, it has already a stock of information there. So it's going to make the next ones easier. And here it says, well, creador de historias is a GPT. And here you have Explorar GPT. So here you will find, and here you can create your own GPT, you see?
Mm-hmm.
So you can look for GPTs here, which are different, many apps, lots of apps, but you can create your own. For this one, I promise I will find out for our next meeting.
Great.
I will
Lovely.
find out how you can create your own.
That is interesting.
And then
Amazing. Very, very nice.
GPT. Okay. So these are texts I'm using. So, for example, flyer text refinement. If I want to refine another flyer, I'm going to go there. You
Right.
see? O Día del Profesor de Inglés. So here next time, Día del, I'm going to go there to that conversation. Okay. This is, for example, Cosméticos Orgánicos blog. This is something that, okay, this is we did in the course. Rol, eres un consultor experto en marketing digital. Acción, crea una tabla de 10 títulos para un blog de cosméticos. Formato tabla. Antecedentes, es una empresa creada en una ecoaldea. La comunidad de la ecoaldea es productora de estos productos. And here it gives you 10 títulos para un blog de cosméticos orgánicos, teniendo en cuenta la empresa está ubicada, So it gives you the titles. Estos
Wow.
títulos están diseñados para destacar la conexión entre la producción local, la sostenibilidad y los beneficios de los cosméticos orgánicos. Well, but you ask títulos for a blog, but you can also ask, give me the for a website. How do you call the website pages? The technical word for the website?
I don't know.
Well, we can ask GDP. How do you call the pages, the entrance pages for a website?
Landing page.
Landing page.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
So you ask for the landing pages, for example, and we created websites in minutes, in seconds,
It's
like
amazing.
this, and just chat GTP.
I think that we are overloaded with these wonderful tools. It's fantastic that you have delved into it, Maria Marta, because it's like we have to. I mean, it's like being fascinated by having so many different assistants that we give a little bit of task to this one, a little bit of task to another one, and maybe we can fully exploit one, and as we can see, get it trained for the things we typically do. So really, this is very nice. Thank you very much.
Yes, because according to this teacher, who is a creator of a GPT, that is
Ah,
a robot that answers WhatsApp messages in a
Mm-hmm.
very empathic way,
how good.
he sells this service
Ah,
as well. But this course was not for free, was not publicity for
oh,
this thing. It was $157.47.
oh.
It was expensive, And but anyway, he offers this service because, well, some people do this, become specialized in a GPT. In fact, we could together create a GPT
That's right.
for ELT teachers in Argentina, for
That
example.
would be
Definitely.
ELT
amazing.
teachers worldwide, Spanish speaking ELT teachers that acts like a teacher, you see? So, and then you can monetize it if you want, or you can give it for free, because here you find free GPTs and others are monetized.
Right.
So the thing is this, that if you concentrate everything in ChatGPT, the generative aspect of the intelligence is going to be very respectful of the language and your ways.
Mm, that's so good. That's very good.
Okay.
I'm thinking we could use it for our blog, no?
For the blog,
For a start.
of
No,
course.
definitely we say, okay, we've done this. I don't know if we can share the videos. I don't know, with ChatGPT, we can't share videos. But well, we see these tools we are using, we can use.
Some that there are some apps that create, for example, reels for Instagram, and you can ask the chat GTP, please create um, like 10, but my next 10 publications. My next 10 reels, and or the script. You can start with the script.
Right.
Write the script for the next 10 reels. Act and the role, well, and everything else.
Right.
Okay. We need time to sit down and say, okay, I have the magic wand here. What do I want? Let me show
Exactly.
you.
It's
No, what do I want? Because the problem is,
the three wishes that you can ask the
three
genie
wishes.
in the lamp. Oh my God, and so many things.
You know, this is good. This is very fascinating also in terms of philosophy, because you know that the Arabs, when they want to curse an enemy, they say, may Allah give you everything you want, because
Wow.
they know the moment you have everything you want, your life will go down the drain without any desires or wishes to do something for yourself. So it's the worst curse you can have. So today I think we are with the magic wand and say, I could have anything I want. What do I want? We don't know. Besides, because they know that people really don't know what we don't know what we really want. So it's a
Yeah.
curse if you don't know what you want. And this can turn into the same thing. So it's very interesting. Very nice. I have another meeting at 11, so I would like to share the Gamma thing.
Yes, please. And
Thank
so,
you, Maria Marta. So nice.
yes.
You're
Yes,
Ah,
welcome.
I have to
Yes.
share. Sorry. Um. So what's happening here? I am not sharing, but I have pressed the share button. Ah, okay. Here we go. On the screen. Okay. This is Gamma. It's not AI. It's Gamma.app. Gamma.app. Can you see? Shall I
Mm-hmm.
make it bigger? And AI PowerPoint. You can generate all types of presentations. You can have free presentations, 5. And you get credits. I will show you now. So I will give you the link so that with your registration, I can have
Yes.
some credits, right? So you register and you have the possibility of having personalized. You can just upload text, or you can upload, or you can have templates. You can start from scratch, or get a template. I haven't tried it that much. You have 5 presentations per month, and this is one of my pendings. I haven't started yet. I just know what the tutor said on the online course. So here are my credits. You see 600 credits, and they tell you that this allows you to have, when you create with AI, 40 credits per gamma you create. add card with AI 5 credits. So it's not money, it's credits. So it's okay. You can keep inviting friends. You can refer a friend or invite a teammate. I will copy the referral link first things first and share it in the chat so you register from this link. And I get more. Okay. Let me share then a presentation. I have already my gammas. I have nothing. So you go to your gammas, you create a new presentation. You can start from blank. I will create with, I can create it myself and then I can ask for help, the AI, or I can create a new AI presentation. Paste in text, generate, enhance existing docs or web pages, create one from line prompt in a few seconds. This is easy. Pasting text. I was thinking of pasting text to see what it does. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Just which one would you like me to try?
I don't know.
So I can create it from notes. Let's say, let's start from there. I can paste in some text here. El resumen ejecutivo de Spiderweb because ahí está. A ver qué me hace, ¿no? What it does. Would you like to create a website, a document? I will create a presentation, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
8 cards. I don't know what. I don't know exactly. I have used it. Okay. I will continue. Okay. Title. I don't know. I will choose. I don't know.
It will depend on what appears in every slide, I bet. Because
Yes, I don't know.
if you show
Maybe.
it in 8 slides.
Well, generate. It generates.
Right.
I think that the first credits will go.
Wow.
I didn't give her so much information. It's inventing. This is really
The good thing.
this is really amazing. I had never. My text is so miserable. In fact, it was something to promote Pacto Emprendedor San Isidro. A ver, want a quick tour of the editor. Quick tour. Okay, this is a quick tour. Let's see. Okay, insert widget. You can add text. Okay, I think it's 10. Use this to insert content into your page. Okay, fine. Text, images, layouts, video, more. It's better for I thought. Try slash menu. Type slash in a cart to browse and insert content blocks just like Notion or Confluence. I have Notion. That's so good. Ah, okay. So we can embed. That's nice. Add cards. I didn't know what cards were. Click the plus to add cards to your page or the sparkles icon to add an AI generated card. You can also click the drop down to browse pre-made card templates. Okay. Film strip. Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know what they call cards.
I think the
Well,
slides.
the
The
slides, yeah, the
slides?
images, the
Ah,
images.
okay, okay. Create a theme, okay. Add your logo, colors, brand fonts. Probably that will cost $15 per month. Share your work on PDF. I thought you can export to PDF or PPT.
Okay.
Present it, okay. You can use it as a and edit with AI. You can refine. That's why you can upload a presentation that you have and you can improve it. Take the editor to close the ready. Okay, let's see the presentation. So we have the film script here. Present.
Wow.
Whoa. Y ahora, the arrows, they say. Ahí está. With the arrows on the keyboard. Where did he get this information from? Wow. I didn't give it so much information.
And where do you think it took it from?
It's spying on me.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking of.
Yes, in the
Let
course.
me see the text because I can't remember the original text so much. Just a ver, sí, a través de librerías, presentaciones. So, okay, just improved it. Yes, I gave her this, ¿no? El resumen ejecutivo, ¿no? The Spiderweb. This is my history with Spiderweb, just one paragraph, and it turned it into a presentation. Amazing. Bueno. It takes for it reads between the lines, no? Because it has
I
to
think
add
so.
additional text, and it does so in a very, very intelligent way.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. In the course that I took, we made a website in seconds, and he asked all the participants to type their proposals. I used teaching English to babies. No,
Yes.
teaching foreign languages to babies. And
Yes.
it created a website that it was very similar to my English for Babies website. So I
Wow.
imagine it went to my website and drew information from there.
Mm.
It probably did, yes, because
Yeah,
they
and
browse the
more.
internet to look for information.
Right.
And you can embed. Look, when you click on share, you can, I suppose, share online with a link. Okay, but they have to come to Gamma. Export. Okay, embed. Lovely.
That's
Ah,
nice.
I want to say something for you to remind me for the next time. I can teach you how you can prevent all the information that you use in ChatGTP to avoid going into the world web.
Okay, that
Yes.
is interesting. Yes, please.
Sorry, I didn't get that. How to avoid?
Right. If you train your ChatGTP to
Yes.
produce material for you, there is a way you can click somewhere so that all that information doesn't go to the huge
Ah,
World Wide Web.
okay. All right. Good. So it's to keep it secret. It's a lock. You're gonna give us the
Right,
lock.
it's your thing. So
That's right. How
you don't
good.
want your language, your texts to go everywhere. You have to do it. You have to
Oh,
click somewhere.
look, this is a hook. Maria Marta is giving us
Yes,
a hook, so stay
I'm
tuned
doing
because
it
next time,
intentionally.
very nice. All right.
Yes, definitely, but we look forward to it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I will. I will. I
I'm
don't
afraid
remember
I will
now. That's why I'm not telling you now. I have
next
a
time.
meeting at 11 as
Me
well,
too.
and
I
I
will have
go to
to.
the toilet and do some things before.
Yes. I have a feedback meeting with the teachers that have started using
Okay.
Spiderweb Digital. So
Okay, don't worry, girls. Yes, it's we have gone far longer than normal, so it's okay. So I guess we can look forward to our next meeting. Now we have something to look forward to.
Yes.
very nice.
That's
I think
great.
that we have to think what we want, no? I mean, I think that we have to do some inner work, exploration, say what are the areas in my life that are not working so well, which is the area of my teaching that is not working so well. And then because
So
it's like we are if before we had so many tools that we went bonkers. Now it's even more. It's like so I think that we have to narrow down and conceptualize all this world and package it, each one to her his own, needs. Because If not, we have a million accounts, which is what I have. I mean, I'm talking about myself also, no? Like the need to focus and to work on something concrete that can actually improve my life rather than give me more anxiety to see what else is out there that I'm not using, which is what I always say regarding technology, no?
Yeah, it's like you are proposing to that we get married to something.
To
You know,
some
when you may get
things.
married to a guy, but no to all the rest.
Yeah.
So it's
No,
something
not to
like that.
one. It's a proposal. It's just
Yes,
to
getting
because
married. Yes, it's marriage. Commitment.
yes, marriage to we got married two or three in this
Yes,
case.
of course.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right,
let's see you
ladies, if
soon.
it's all right with you, before we close, I would like to go back to what we mentioned at the beginning. If we're going to start working on the blog, there is this first publication I made to open the road, for 2024 onwards. So let's start saying in the WhatsApp group who is going to be dealing with what, so as not to overlap. Yes, if
Okay,
you're planning to work on the generative AI on images, so say that you're free to do it in the best way for you. Yes, whatever you are comfortable with. I suggested videos because it's what I thought was best to show things, certain things, especially tools like Twee, etc. But feel free to do what makes you feel more comfortable, and then we can start uploading. Yes, and let me know if you want to collaborate directly. Yes, so I can add your account to the blog, or if you want to send me things and I upload them with the SIG's account.
Okay.
Okay.
great.
Okay,
Thank
Bye.
you.
so
A
I will see you
pleasure
all next month, I
as
hope.
usual.
Have a
Thanks a
nice
lot.
weekend.
Bye bye. Copy the link to my Gamma.
Yes.
I will
Na-
share. I will share the link in the group.
yes, that's a good idea. I will copy it anyway to put it in the YouTube video.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye, girls.
Bye bye.